open up. You OPN, bitch, you want BBM.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Moo Talks coming back at you again with yet another video. Today on my channel, we're doing something that we have not done before. We are doing a story time video. As you can see from the title of my video, the story time today is going to be about the time that a grown man tried to fight me. Before we get started, I just want to say that if this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and come right back to the video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for all your support. We love and appreciate it here. Let's get started. So this video takes place in January of 2020, like mid-January of 2020. I don't remember the exact day. It was my nephew, my brother's baby shower for my nephew who was born like a month afterwards. So I'm African, so we always do things like very extra, very big parties and stuff like that. So we had rented out a hall, done like months and months of planning for this event and everything. We had bought like at least like 1,000 drinks. There was like 200-300 people there, and it went on from like 8 p.m. to like 4 in the morning, right? But like I was there all day because I was like setting up and cleaning and like all that jazz. So the whole like event went over flawlessly. It was perfect. We had a lot of fun or whatever. If I can find a video from the event, I'll put it up or whatever. I'll like put it in here. And like we got to like the end of the event like around like 3 in the morning, and there was a hotel nearby the hall, and since like everyone was like drunk or whatever, I was driving people's cars and like dropping them off at the hotel and stuff. And my nephew who was born beforehand, my sister's son, had like, we had taken him to the hotel with my sister and like 2 other adults or whatever, because he was, you know, getting like tired and like, you know, cranky or whatever. And my sister wanted to come back to the party, but we needed somebody to watch her son, obviously. So I dropped off my little cousin at the hotel to help one of the other adults watch my sister's son, because she had to come back because we had to do like this family thing at the very end of the thing, but we couldn't bring the baby back because he needed to sleep. So I had driven to the hotel and dropped off my little cousin. I came back, and then like a couple hours later, like 3 in the morning, she had to leave because she had to go somewhere with her sister and her brother before going home. So me and her sister, who's my older cousin, like we got into her car and we were about to go to the hotel to pick up her little sister, and then they were gonna drop me back off at the hall because there's still stuff that I had to do. So me and her older sister in the car, we're about to pull off or whatever, and like this guy's like, no, wait, right? And I'm looking like, who's this guy? Like he had like dreads on or whatever. He had dreads. He was like tall. He was like probably like 5'11", 6 foot. And he like came, and I was in the passenger seat. My cousin was the one driving this time, and he like pulls up to my window, and he's like, so then my cousin looks at me, and she gives me like this look, like she knows who he is, but she didn't really want to talk or whatever, but she knew that she couldn't just drive away because she would have to come back and drop me off, and if he sees her again, it's gonna be a whole issue or whatever. So she rolls down the window, and he's like talking, right? He's talking to her. So he's obviously drunk, like out of his mind, and he's like trying to spit game at her and like say all this mess, like, oh my gosh, like I love you, like you look so beautiful, da da da. And like my cousin is looking at him like thank you, like, and I'm just looking at her and I'm like, is he like what's happening, right? Because it's not often that I see my cousin like talk to guys, just because she likes like African guys, and African guys are very forceful sometimes, so she avoids like conversation period, just because it's just too much sometimes. Like she doesn't want to deal with it. And basically he's telling her like, next week I'm gonna come pick you up, like don't worry about gas, matter of fact, I'll give you money for gas even though you're not gonna be driving. I'll come pick you up and I'll pay for us to go have dinner somewhere nice, da da da. Like, let me get your number, this and the third, right? But my cousin tells me, like, he, like, smokes. And I know, like, my cousin does not like guys who smoke. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so this is not going to work out. But he's drunk and he's not going to realize that he should take no for no, right? So he's being very adamant about it or whatever. And my cousin just like, da da da, like, this and the third. She's saying, like, I don't really know you, you know, saying all this stuff, trying to get out of it. And he just won't, like, back away, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, we have to go pick up her sister or whatever, right? And he's, like, not trying to back away. So then finally, I, like, whisper to him, like, just give him your number, just block him if he texted you, right? Like, every girl in the world knows this. You always do that. You either give him your number, if he's right there, you give him your number, because if he texted you and, like, or if he tries to call you and your phone doesn't ring, he's gonna know you gave him a fake number. But if you're just, like, walking away, you just give him a fake number and you leave, right? So he gets her number or whatever. We go and pick up her sister, and then she comes back and drops me off. When she comes back to drop me off, he tries to talk to her again, but I'm like, no, they gotta go, right? Like, their mom is waiting for them somewhere. So they leave, and I go back into the hall, and I'm, like, trying to start cleaning up, trying to, like, pack up any extra drinks we had, which wasn't a lot because these people are, like, I think I took a video of half the drinks we had bought. And if I did, I'll put that in as well. But when I tell you, these people finished all our drinks. Anyway, so I'm, like, cleaning, packing up, doing stuff, trying to put, like, the baby shower gifts into cars. So I'm pulling people's cars around, like, my family, I'm pulling their cars around so I can start loading their trunks and stuff. So that way when we drive back, because it wasn't, like, PG, like, the hall we had wasn't, like, PG. So when we drive back to, like, Moco, back to our houses, even if it's a separate family members, we can all, like, we could all go drop it off in my brother's house later, right? My aunt calls me, and she's a decorator. She's the one who decorated the hall for us and everything. And she calls me outside to the U-Haul that, like, we had put, like, a lot of the decorations in, because she's, like, has a lot of decorations, like, chairs, everything, right? So I go to the U-Haul, I do whatever she needed me to do, and then I hear, like, a bottle, like, smash, like, I hear, like, glass shatter. Right, and I'm thinking to myself, like, there's barely anyone still here because everyone has already started leaving, because we've been telling people, like, get out, because we had to be at this hall by a certain time, so we were telling people get out, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like, what is shattering? Like, who dropped what? Did someone drop one of the glass vases? Like, what's happening? After I finish what I do with my aunt, I go and check what, and the guy who had been hitting on my cousin had smashed a bottle of Heineken on the ground to use to, like, try to, like, stab someone. Like, he was in an altercation with somebody. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm annoyed at this point, because I get you're drunk, but you're doing too much. I have other stuff I have to deal with, but I can't just let you, like, come and, you know, assault somebody in front of you're not gonna ruin my brother and my sister-in-law's night. That's all I have to say. Like, so now I go up to him, right? I don't know where I have this gut from, where, like, I feel like I'm in the place to be calming people down who are, like, 4 times my size, because I'm 5'2", this guy's, like, 6 foot, and he's, like, muscular or whatever. So I go and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I was like, nigga, you're doing too much. Stop fucking doing too much. I don't care if you're drunk. And I grab that shit off his hand, right? So he tries to take another bottle and smash it, and I grabbed that one too, because I was like, stop wasting our fucking alcohol. Like, we paid for this shit, right? I was like, you need to calm down. You need to go sit down somewhere. You're doing too much. So I take the shattered bottle, and then I take the other bottle, and I'm walking inside, right? Because I'm thinking to myself, I have to find a broom, I have to sweep this up. And I walk back into the hall. Like, I did not even glance back at him, because, like, I said what I need to say. I told him he needs to relax. I did what I needed to do. I was going back in the hall to continue doing what I needed to do, because I was trying to get out here as soon as possible. I was tired at that point. I'd been there all day. I was over it. Tell me why about 5 minutes later, right? Not even, like, probably like 3 minutes later, my aunt comes into the hall, the aunt who was outside. And she's like, you know that guy was trying to fight you? And I was like, what? I was like, what guy? You know, because, like, it didn't even click in my head that it's the guy who I took the bottle from. I was like, what guy? I was like, who was trying to fight me? And then, like, she's, like, telling my family, she's like, the guy who had shattered the bottle, the guy who was trying to, like, fight that other person with the bottle, like, he was following you. Like, and I was like, what are you talking about? apparently when I had heard the glass shatter, I didn't even look at her when I heard the glass shatter because I just went straight to where I heard it come from. Apparently when I went over there, she had followed me over there because she wanted to see what was happening too. And when I took the bottles from the guy and said all that to him, I started walking back into the hall. He started coming after me, and she like went like grabbed him, right? And she was like, "What the fuck do you think you're about to do? Da da da. Like, you think you're gonna touch her at her family event, and like her brother's not gonna come fight you? Like, her whole family's here. Are you stupid? Like, what are you about to do, right? What are you gonna do?" She was like, "You're drunk. You need to go drink some water. And you need to go sit down somewhere." Like. And she like held him or whatever, and then she like calls my brother, who was the one who was like having the kid the month later. Like, she calls my brother, and he comes outside, and he's like, because apparently this guy is my brother's friend. I've never met him before though, and I know pretty much all of my brother's friends, so I never recognized him. And my brother goes out there, and my brother's like dancing. My brother's like, "I dare you to touch my sister. Like, if something happens down in a week, in 4 weeks, if I find out that you touched my sister, like, I will beat your ass," right? My brother was like, "You're so lucky that somebody stopped you before you did it," or whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm just there like bewildered, because I'm like, I did not hear him come behind me. I did not, like, he did not make any noise. I never looked back at him because I thought that I did what I had to do or whatever. And like, if my aunt wasn't there, he would have came and like basically sneak attacked me, and I would never have known. Like, I would never have seen it coming. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, because this man was like 27, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you are way too old to be trying to fight a 17-year-old. Like, do you realize how dumb you looked? And my whole family, like, even after my brother came in there, my whole family came outside, and they were like, "You need to go. You need to leave. You're not allowed to be here anymore. I don't want to see your face again." This, that, and the third. They were like, "Don't come to any one of our events again," because my family is known as like party throwers. Like, we throw really big events. We never throw small ones, you know? And she was like, my mom and one of my other older cousins were like, "If we see you again, we're calling the cops." That's just that on that, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, wow, like, y'all are really weird. Like, y'all niggas need help. You were really about to come fight me? I'm literally like 5'2". You're drunk. You should never get drunk again because you're obviously an angry drunk. Like, you were trying to fight everybody for what? He ended up leaving within the next 10 minutes or whatever, and like, I haven't seen him again since then. I haven't seen him at any events, so I guess he took those warnings seriously. And that's just that. That was the time that a grown man almost tried to fight me. Thank you for listening to my story time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. My Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, all that jazz will be in the description box down below. Make sure to follow me on those social medias to find out the next time that I'm posting. Make sure to drink water, stay healthy, clear your skin, and mind your business. Not something that he did, or I did, really.